The Young and the Restless Spoiler's title, the looming shadow of Aristotle Dumas in the turbulent world of Genoa City, where alliances shift as quickly as the wind and every whispered rumor carries the weight of destiny. A dark specter begins to emerge on the horizon, Aristotle Dumas. For years, Genoa City has been a stage for long-held grudges, secret vendettas, and unexpected alliances, but nothing has prepared its denizens for the chilling arrival of an enemy whose name alone can freeze the blood. For many years, ardent fans have speculated that Martin, the enigmatic figure whose motives and actions have often been shrouded in mystery, might be none other than Aristotle Dumas incarnate. The theory was alluring, a narrative twist that seemed perfectly in tune with Genoa City's history of hidden identities and double crosses. Yet, as the plot thickens, it becomes clear that Martin is not Aristotle Dumas. Instead, Aristotle stands as a separate, formidable force, a nemesis whose mere mention sends shivers down the spines of those who dare to recall the traumas of the past. Victor, the iron-willed patriarch and titan of industry, is perhaps the most haunted by the mention of Aristotle Dumas. To him, Aristotle is not just an adversary, he is a living embodiment of past horrors, the harbinger of unresolved conflicts that once tore his world apart. Victor's fear is palpable, mixed with a seething hatred that has been building for years. His face pales at the mere thought of Aristotle, for he knows all too well that Aristotle possesses the uncanny ability to unravel even the most meticulously laid plans, solving complications that others have left to fester. This ability, while seemingly a blessing to some, is a curse in Victor's eyes, a reminder of the times when his empire nearly crumbled under the weight of unforeseen calamities. It is said that Aristotle Dumas will soon set foot in Genoa City, but not before the tumultuous chapter involving Martin reaches its conclusion. The arrival of Aristotle is anticipated to mark the beginning of a new era of conflict, a fresh battle line drawn in the intricate war that has always defined Genoa City. With Martin's storyline gradually drawing to a close, the stage is being silently, yet inexorably, prepared for the next great confrontation. When Aristotle finally arrives, the balance of power is expected to shift dramatically. Victor, already wary of Aristotle's capabilities, will find himself caught between the old guard and emerging threats. Jack, a man whose complex history with Victor is filled with both bitter rivalry and reluctant camaraderie, will not stand idly by. Seizing the opportunity provided by this new crisis, Jack is poised to either ally with the mysterious newcomer or use his influence to further his own designs on Victor's empire. The tension is palpable. Will Jack join forces with Aristotle Dumas to bring down Victor, or will circumstances force Victor to call upon Jack for a temporary alliance, echoing the days when former foes united against common enemies? The strategic dynamics of Genoa City have always been a delicate balance of power, where alliances are as fluid as shifting sands and betrayals are woven into the very fabric of everyday life. In this volatile environment, Michael, an ambitious and calculating player in this grand game, watches the developments with bated breath. Michael's curiosity borders on obsession. He is desperate to uncover the true identity and motivations of this new enemy. What is Aristotle Dumas's ultimate goal in Genoa City? What dark designs has he crafted behind his enigmatic persona? Michael's questions echo in the corridors of power, as he prepares for the moment when he can finally confront the man who has long lurked in the shadows, waiting for his chance to tip the scales of destiny. Amidst these rising tensions, Victor issues a stern warning to Michael, cautioning him against complacency. "Do not underestimate the enemy, Michael," Victor admonishes, his voice grave and laden with the weight of past experiences. Aristotle Dumas is not merely a name, he is a force that can dismantle the very foundations upon which we have built our lives. In this game of power and survival, arrogance is the first step to downfall. Victor's warning resonates with every member of the intricate web of relationships in Genoa City. His own life has been marred by battles, both external and internal, fighting against foes who believed themselves invincible. Now, as the specter of Aristotle Dumas looms larger with each passing day, Victor finds himself haunted by memories of past betrayals and the ghosts of enemies long thought vanquished. The stakes have never been higher, and the paths that lie ahead are fraught with peril. The imminent arrival of Aristotle Dumas promises to redraw the map of allegiances and enmities in Genoa City. As Martin's storyline reaches its bittersweet conclusion, a new chapter is set to begin, a chapter where old wounds may reopen and new alliances will be forged in the crucible of conflict. In this volatile mix, Jack's role becomes even more critical. With a cunning mind and a history of shifting loyalties, Jack is not easily categorized. He is a man who knows that in times of crisis, survival often depends on embracing the unexpected. Whether he chooses to join forces with Aristotle or remain an independent player watching the unfolding chaos from the sidelines remains to be seen. On the other side of this high-stakes equation stands Michael, whose anticipation is tinged with both excitement and trepidation. Michael sees in Aristotle not just an adversary, but an opportunity, a chance to unearth secrets that could redefine the power dynamics of Genoa City. His relentless pursuit of the truth drives him forward, even as he grapples with the realization that his own ambitions might inadvertently set the stage for further conflict. Michael's internal struggle is emblematic of the broader conflict at play, a conflict where personal vendettas and political maneuverings intersect in ways that are as unpredictable as they are dangerous. As the days draw nearer to Aristotle Dumas's arrival, Genoa City braces itself for the storm that is about to descend upon it. The city, long accustomed to the ebb and flow of power struggles, now faces the prospect of an upheaval that could alter its very identity. Old alliances will be tested, new ones will form, and in the midst of this turmoil, each character must confront their own demons and make choices that will have lasting consequences. Victor's legacy, built on years of hard-fought battles and relentless ambition, now hangs in the balance. Will his deep-seated fear of Aristotle Dumas prove to be a weakness that his enemies can exploit, or will his decades of experience in navigating the treacherous waters of Genoa City serve him well in the battles to come? Meanwhile, Jack's shifting allegiances and Michael's insatiable curiosity add layers of complexity to an already intricate narrative, ensuring that every decision, every alliance, and every betrayal will reverberate through the corridors of power. In the end, the story of Aristotle Dumas is not just about one man's quest for power, it is a reflection of the eternal struggle between light and darkness, between order and chaos. Genoa City, with all its glamour and grit, stands as a microcosm of these timeless conflicts, a place where every whispered rumor, every secret meeting, and every act of defiance contributes to the grand tapestry of destiny. As the city waits with bated breath for the moment when Martin's saga concludes and Aristotle Dumas steps onto the stage, the promise of new alliances, renewed rivalries, and the resurgence of old conflicts fills the air. The drama is far from over. If anything, it is about to reach a fever pitch, a dramatic crescendo where the past, present, and future collide in a spectacular display of ambition, betrayal, and the unyielding quest for power. And so, with a mixture of dread and anticipation, the residents of Genoa City prepare for the arrival of Aristotle Dumas, a man whose very presence promises to redefine the course of their lives and remind them that in this game of power, no one is ever truly safe. Title: The shadows of the past resurface when Ian Ward died, a collective sigh of relief seemed to echo throughout Genoa City. Fans believed that with his passing, Victor Newman and Nikki had finally escaped one of the many burdens that had long haunted their lives. The demise of Ian, a character notorious for stirring chaos, appeared to mark the end of an era of relentless torment. Victor's steely exterior, honed by decades of relentless battles, had shown cracks before with every new adversary, yet with Ian gone, it seemed that his war-weary soul might finally find a momentary respite. Nikki, always a pillar of strength despite her own hidden scars, too appeared to be free from the immediate threat that had loomed over them. However, peace is a rare luxury in Genoa City, a place where every victory is often the prelude to an even more dangerous adversary. The calm was shattered when Victor mentioned that Aristotle Dumas was soon to arrive in Genoa City, a name that resonated with a dark promise of the past. The mere mention of Aristotle Dumas sent shivers down the spines of those who had experienced the brutal repercussions of his influence. Victor's tone was not one of casual remark. It was laden with a profound dread and a burden of memories that refused to fade away. What truly stunned Nikki was not merely the reappearance of an old enemy, but the revelation that Aristotle Dumas was somehow entangled with Damien. For Nikki, who had spent years grappling with the hidden truths and long-buried secrets of Genoa City, this connection was both alarming and deeply personal. It hinted at unresolved matters from the past, mysteries that she had long suspected but had never been able to confront fully. Her eyes widened in shock as she absorbed Victor's words, each syllable a reminder of the perilous history that had nearly destroyed them all. Nikki knew all too well that the survival of Victor was nothing short of miraculous. Behind his impenetrable facade lay scars from battles that had nearly claimed his life, and memories of enemies who had danced on the edge of his empire. She recalled the countless times in the past when fate had intervened at the last minute, allowing Victor to escape the clutches of those who sought his downfall. The fact that he had managed to survive this long was a testament to his resilience and perhaps the inexplicable mercy of destiny. Yet, the specter of Aristotle Dumas threatened to undo all of that fragile stability. The writer had masterfully woven a tale that left both longtime fans and newcomers on the edge of their seats. The promise of Aristotle Dumas's arrival was not just a mere plot twist, it was the herald of a new era of turmoil, a period where the past and present would collide in a spectacular fashion. With Ian Ward's departure, the stage had been set for a dramatic transition, a moment where lingering shadows would once again rise to challenge the very foundations of power in Genoa City. Victor's words hinted at a history that was more complex than anyone had ever imagined. The connection between Aristotle Dumas and Damien was a mystery wrapped in layers of deceit, ambition, and long-forgotten grudges. For Victor, the mention of Aristotle was like a red flag, a reminder of past alliances turned sour, and of a relentless enemy who had once threatened to tear his world apart. It was clear that Aristotle was not a newcomer in the sense of being untested, he was a force forged in the crucible of previous conflicts, one whose very existence reawakened the painful memories of battles fought and lives lost. Nikki's reaction was one of profound disbelief and concern. As someone who had witnessed firsthand the destructive potential of hidden connections and unresolved vendettas, she understood that Aristotle Dumas's arrival was not merely a return of an old foe, it was an omen of things to come. The intricate web of relationships in Genoa City was about to be redrawn. Every alliance, every secret, and every betrayal that had been meticulously constructed over the years was now on the verge of being upended. The anticipation of Aristotle's arrival ignited a firestorm of speculation among the citizens of Genoa City. Rumors swirled in hushed tones in the corridors of power, in the smoky backrooms of exclusive clubs, and even in the seemingly innocuous settings of everyday life. Whispers spoke of a man who was as enigmatic as he was ruthless, a mastermind who had long been lurking in the shadows, patiently waiting for the opportune moment to exact his revenge. His reputation had been built on a legacy of cunning strategies and the ability to dismantle the formidable defenses of even the most entrenched adversaries. In this light, his connection to Damien, a figure already steeped in mystery and power, added another layer of complexity to the narrative. For Michael, this revelation was a moment of intense anticipation. Known for his unyielding curiosity and an almost obsessive desire to unravel the secrets of Genoa City, Michael could not help but be drawn to the enigma of Aristotle Dumas. His mind raced with questions: who exactly was Aristotle Dumas? What were his true motives? And how did his past entwine with that of Damien in ways that could potentially reshape the balance of power? Michael's pursuit of truth was both his greatest strength and his most dangerous vulnerability. Every piece of information he uncovered was like a stepping stone toward understanding the deeper, more sinister undercurrents that had long been at work in the city. Yet, amidst all the speculation and mounting tension, Victor's stern warning echoed in the background. Do not underestimate the enemy, Michael, he had cautioned, a reminder that in the treacherous game of power, arrogance and complacency could lead to catastrophic consequences. Victor's own survival had been a testament to his constant vigilance, a vigilance that was now being tested as old wounds began to resurface and new threats loomed on the horizon. As the days turned into nights and the anticipation built to a fever pitch, it became increasingly clear that the arrival of Aristotle Dumas would mark the beginning of a new and turbulent chapter in Genoa City's storied history. His presence promised to upend the delicate balance that had been maintained for so long, igniting a chain reaction that would force every character to confront their past and reevaluate their alliances. For Victor, this meant facing an enemy whose very name had become synonymous with chaos and destruction. For Nikki, it meant unearthing buried secrets that had long been hidden beneath layers of fear and silence. In this intricate tapestry of alliances and betrayals, the introduction of Aristotle Dumas was a turning point that promised both peril and possibility. His impending arrival was not just a herald of conflict but also a catalyst for change, a signal that the legacy of the past was far from dead. It was a reminder that in Genoa City, where every secret had a price and every relationship was a potential battleground, the shadows of yesterday were never truly gone. They lingered, waiting for the moment when the light of truth could no longer banish them. So, as fans around the world hold their breath in anticipation, one thing remains certain: the character of Aristotle Dumas is poised to become one of the most compelling and dangerous figures in the ongoing saga of Genoa City. His arrival, intertwined with the echoes of past tragedies and the promise of new conflicts, is set to transform the landscape of power in ways that no one could have predicted. Are you looking forward to meeting Aristotle Dumas? The stage is set, the players are poised, and the drama is about to reach a crescendo that will leave everyone wondering, in the relentless dance of power, can anyone truly escape the shadows of their past?